What's up, guys? It's your boy Chris, your dancing DIY pro. Most of you know me from my dance videos where I be getting down. But there is another side of me. So over the last year or so, my wife and I have been restoring her 1930s childhood home. You can see it behind me. She is the design brainiac. She is the mastermind behind all the design features in the home that we're putting in. But I am the contractor. That's what I am. I am the DIY contractor. So all these projects that we've been doing, from putting up walls, painting, laying new flooring, that's what I've been doing. So on this channel, I will be sharing with you some tips, some things that I've learned. I would also like to learn from you guys. So in the comments, I would like for you to share your experiences if you have any with me, and I'll be sharing those experiences with you. So like, comment, and subscribe if you like DIY projects, because I have some really cool things in store for you. Also, today's project, we are working on remodeling the hallway that connects the bathroom, the kitchen, and the dining room. 3 projects that we've already done. So we're gonna be tying them all together with this hallway project, and today I'm gonna take you along with me. Let's go. All right, so the first step in this project is gonna be a board and batten section. My wife wanted to provide some character to this hallway, so we decided to do board and batten on the bottom half of the wall. So here you see me doing my measurements before I go ahead and cut my wooden slats to prepare for install. I'm using an old tool right now because I haven't gotten to get my own miter saw yet, but it's doing the job. It's doing the job, and yeah. So there's 2 different types of wooden slats that I had to cut. For the vertical pieces, I used 1x2s, and for the horizontal pieces, I used 1x3s. I've cut all the wood into the dimensions needed to cover the area that I want to. Now it's time to install. Before applying the board and batten to the wall, I'm adhering a thin layer of tight bond wood glue to the back of them to make sure that they stick. I'm using a small paintbrush to smooth out the glue. Don't put wood glue on it if you don't want it to stick. In order to make sure that all the slats are evenly apart, I used a spare 1x2 to create the space divider. Then I'm going to secure the back. After applying the wood glue to the wooden slats and putting them on the wall, I am securing the slats to the wall with 2-inch brad nails using my Ryobi nail gun. I could have went smaller on the nails, but I decided to use 2-inch just to make sure that the nail went through all the layers, the wood slat, and including the drywall and the stud. I'm now repeating the same process as the bottom vertical slats with applying the horizontal slats just to finalize the board and batten look. After I have secured all the wooden slats to the wall, I'm going to go in with some paintable caulk and some plastic wood filler to fill in all my nail holes and bind all the seams of the wood slats to the wall. Try to get it in there, because it's gonna go in there. Like, when I go back over it, it's gonna go in there. This is the first wall. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this up, and then I'll be right back. So we've already completed the board and batten. You can see here. If you look closely, there's some stuff on top of it, right? So we did wood filler on all of the nail holes and the seams so they can be smooth. So the next step in this process is sanding down for painting, prepping it for paint. So in the prep process, like I said, I'm gonna sand it, make sure it's smooth, get any nicks, ridges, and then I'll go back and fill up anything that I need to fill after the first layer, because I'll sand it again just to make sure that it's, you know, a very, what you want to call it, seamless and perfectly smooth surface after we paint it. So What I have here is my 5-inch circular sander with a 220 grit, just because this is, like I said, the finishing grit. And I have a shop vac, 16 gallons. It's a pretty big one. It doesn't fit, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm just gonna insert this here and use it to pick up any dust collection, because we do still have people living here and I don't want all these particles flying into the house. So let's go. All right, so as you can see, smooth. So when we paint, you won't see the lines and you won't see the nail holes. I really forgot where they were at this point because I don't see them. But we used the 220 grit, like I said, so that we weren't trying to take off any layers. We were just trying to smooth it out. So we did the 220 grit, which is the finishing grit. So yeah, and now I can just take a gentle wet cloth, wipe it down, and it'll be ready for us to paint. So earlier this morning, before we got started today, I went to Home Depot and I picked up a few things. I picked up some high gloss paint in the same color of the paint that we're going to be using, because the original paint was matte. So now we're going to be adding some high gloss in the same color. So we don't change the color, but we can change the finish. Quick tip with painting, you're gonna always paint the corners, the crevices, whatever you want to call it, the corners first, so that you can make sure that you get in there good, because if you're gonna be rolling it, which I prefer to do, you're not gonna be able to get into there without scratching the side of the wall. So, Courtney, say hey to my wife. So, hey. I went and I did the corners, and now she is actually gonna go in and paint the actual walls and the front part of the board and batten, the trim and the baseboard, using the roller. Okay, so when you are painting this, that roller that you're using is a foam roller, so you don't necessarily have to put a lot of pressure on it. You can roll it out smoothly. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention is that I don't want to get the inside of the doorways, the door jamb, painted. So I'm going to put some paint tape to mask off the part that I don't want to be painted. That way the inside can still be white, and then the outside will be the gray, purplish color. So that's what I'm doing now. Make sure that you remove the tape after you've painted it, before the paint fully dries. This is going to make sure that you get a crisp line and that the paint doesn't peel off with the tape. All right guys, what's up? So I'm back. I've completed the board and batten and the paint, as you can see behind me. Tune in next week, because I'm going to be showing you guys how I installed these floors and made them continuous from the bathroom, the dining room, and the kitchen. All right, tune in next week, new video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share it to all your peoples. Peace out. It would help if I added my battery onto my sander. So do it. On it, you can just,
like I was doing.
Yeah.
I was like squeezing the life out of it.
Yeah, so it'll